au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Ah, monsieur le président, un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, monsieur le président, l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieillard. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux. Des jeunes prennent le chemin de la Libye pour devenir des esclaves. Oh, des jeunes prennent la route du désert pour entrer en Europe.
Good day to the beautiful people of the Cameroons, the beautiful people of British Cameroon, and the beautiful people of La République du Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maître Mola Alex Ndiveli Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Once more, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure to give my political opinion in connection with a lot of things that are happening in the Cameroons. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who love watching my party political broadcast, I always like to refer you to the laws of the Cameroons. Even if the laws of the Cameroons is not perfect, read it. Because sometimes, because one or two people cause a casualty or something in the country, it doesn't mean you should stop support chop people their money. Ladies and gentlemen, the objective of an opposition political party is to scrutinize and hold the government to account. And if there are constitution, there are laws in the country, and the government of the country doesn't follow those laws, and all of us were quiet, that is why the Cameroons is so backward. I remember when I was growing up in the Cameroons, it was better off when I was a child. If you look at the country I was there, you look at Yaoundé, you look at Douala, it's so dirty. Even the type of people that President Paul Biya put as ministers, people who have no clue, people who threaten citizens. Even Aijo will not put such a people as minister. Unqualified people, incompetent people, people who will just praise the head of state for no reason. In Western democracy, you praise the government when they plan to do something, economic, health, road, create jobs, you praise them and you name the things. But if you ask me, what has the CNU rebranded CPDM ever done in the Cameroons? To me, there's nothing. Because when I was growing up in Biya, hospital was free. You go there, you don't pay anything. We used to have street light everywhere. I never used to hear about electricity shortage or rusty water. I used to see we had Tico International Airport. You can travel from Tico International Airport to Balinyonga. Mr. Biya have destroyed all those things. Then people see it. You praise Mr. Biya. You still want him to be there. To be there to do what? Listen, some of you, you make me sick. Yes, you condemn. We can condemn criminality in the Cameroons. We can do that. I was the first person who started condemning when they were killing people. The videos are there. When Sakwe's head was chopped in Guzam, they were clapping in Guzam market. I condemn it. Mola Etambi was assassinated in Bamenda. I condemn it. 11 Bakure chiefs, they were abducted. Mola Banda was killed. I condemn it. There's a host of other people who were arrested, sometimes behind the scene. I used to call these people, can you let those people go? There's a young guy, 18 years old, was kidnapped somewhere in Bengui Junction, they call it. All those things I used to call and I tell these people don't. And I started telling people that, look, if you engage in a war, you have to know what is war crime or military manual. They did not know all those things. It's now that they are talking about it. But however, this is not my point. I come here today to question, to analyze, why is it difficult for Paul Biya and co to solve the Anglophone problem? Why is it difficult? And I look in their constitution. Do Mr. Biya really know the function of a president or the duties of a president? Do Ngongo know the function of a government? Gongong, Ayolo, Famdongo. Do you know why people go to power? To do what? If I look inside your constitution, Article 5, sub 2, they say the president shall define the policy of the nation. For 42 years, can they tell me one policy that Paul Biya have ever defined? Whether it's health policy, economic policy, creation of employment, other things. Can you name me one? One policy, one. He talk about rigor and moralization. The government of Mr. Biya have been linked as the most corrupt government in the world once. And now it's number, is it 140 out of 180 in the, is it Transparency International Index report. So when you people see it, you say you want Mr. Biya to be president again. Let me make it clear. In constitutional law, which I studied in Cameroon and in the UK in London, there are two persons in a president. Paul Biya, the president of the republic, and Paul Biya as an individual. Paul Biya, who is married, have children. I'm not here to talk about Paul Biya as a private man who have a family life. I'm here when I make my party political broadcast. I'm talking about the president of the republic. It is an office. And I'm scrutinizing the president of La République du Cameroon. You don't hear me. I don't come here to talk about the family, the children, or Mr. Biya's private life. I don't do that. Because in a democracy, you must scrutinize and hold the government to account. The Cameroons is not a private property. It's not Paul Biya's property. You hear the head of state have given this money. Who authorized you to give taxpayers money? Who authorized you? People come and watch football abroad, you give them money. People go to Mecca, you give money. You hear that there's landslide in some part of the Cameroons, you give money, but other parts you don't. So which law are you applying that discriminates among the people of the Cameroons? That's my point. Why is it difficult? You get into power to solve problems. You don't get into power to keep quiet. It saddens me sometimes because I don't get involved a lot in people's things. But when I see people from the Cameroons, especially those living in the diaspora, you live in a democracy. Some of you, we grew up in a beautiful country. And people come and sit and say they are supporting Paul Biya because I don't agree with somebody who murders somebody, whether it's in the Northwest province or what. It doesn't mean I should support chop people their money. Yes, condemn it, but don't support the government. Because if you read the laws of the Cameroons, the government have got certain function. And if the government doesn't carry out that function, you blame the government. You don't blame criminals. You fight crime and the causes of crime. You prosecute criminals. You don't condemn criminals. I mean, you don't blame them. You can condemn. I can stand and condemn things. The British Prime Minister or the Mayor of London can stand and condemn a terrorist act. But it is your job to protect the people. So when The Constitution of La République du Cameroon, Article 5, Sub 2, says Biya shall define the policy. Can Biya define policy? What are Mr. Biya's road policies? Hospitals in places in the village, royal villages. Why is it that there are reference hospital in some part of the Cameroons and other parts don't have it? Why? I live where I live right now. A minute walk, there's a hospital behind me. I can walk about 5 minutes. I cannot say I can walk. Driving from here again, another hospital is in front of me. Big hospital, large. University college hospital where you train even nurses and doctors there. Another one is there, 5 minutes drive. One behind me, I can walk. From here, I go there. Then after the other one, 5 minutes drive, there's another one. St. George's, not far from me too. Another hospital there. 10 minutes drive. They are about, then Chelsea and Westminster's hospital is about 10 to 15 minutes drive from me. I'm surrounded with hospitals. But in the Cameroons, for how long? Mr. Biya's 42 years, you cannot do anything. If you go to Bamenda, it's still the same hospital before I was born. If you go to Boya, it's still the same hospital before I was born. So what has Mr. Biya done? What have you done? Why are you the president of the Cameroons? Why? You're there to what? To work for the interests of France? Same constitution. Article 5 of the constitution. They say Mr. Biya shall be the guarantor of the independence of the nation and territorial integrity. Okay, how do you guarantee the independence of a nation when you, Mr. Biya, you are in CEMAC, which have joint sovereignty with other countries? So how can you guarantee the independence? You have joint sovereignty. Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, or Chad, all those countries, your sovereignty is joint. There are decisions that you must make together. You cannot do it on your own. So, being in CEMAC is joint sovereignty. So how can you guarantee the independence? You cannot, because we are still under France through CEMAC. It's a fact. We can never develop because France determines everything through CEMAC. It's a fact. You say you defend the territorial integrity. If you are in CEMAC, you cannot defend any territorial integrity. Besides, part of your territory, Mr. Biya, that Bakassi that you people keep on saying you fought, you won Bakassi. Bakassi was given to the Nigerian. I've read the treaty that was signed by Obasanjo and Mr. Paul Biya of Cameroon. You gave it to Nigerians. More than 70 to 80% of the people living in Bakassi are Nigerians. The treaty says you cannot force those Nigerians in Cameroon, British Cameroon. The treaty says you cannot force them to take Cameroon nationality. They will remain Nigerian. You have to respect their indigenous land right. Indigenous, who tells you it's their country? So there's something in law. La République claims to own Bakassi legally, but the beneficiaries are Nigerians. Yeah, I can buy a house. I'm the legal owner. Then my son is the beneficiary. Legal owner means I own it just in paper. But the person who will benefit for that thing will be my son. So that's how Bakassi is. Cameroon owns it in paper, legally. But the beneficiary are those Nigerians. But a person from the Cameroons who was born and bred in the Cameroons, some people say, oh, dual nationality. Who do you want to give dual nationality to? Who? You cannot give an Englishman dual nationality. He's English. English is a tribe. Why do you want to give a Bakwe man or a Manu man or a Bulu man? Why do you want to give them dual nationality? They are by birth. By birth, it is their right to be Bulu, Bakwere, Bayangi, any tribe. So those things you talk about dual nationality is stupidity. It's stupidity. An Irishman, whether it's in America, is an Irishman. Former President Biden is Irish. He doesn't need dual nationality. Former President Biden, he doesn't. Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton, all those people, they're Irish, Scottish, or this is their country. They don't need dual nationality because this is their country. They are Scottish, a tribe. Irish, a tribe. English, a tribe. So why do you want a backward man to have dual nationality? What is dual nationality? It's their country. You don't need to give them. Other foreign countries, America, British, can give people foreign nationality, but not your own country where you were born, your tribe. You cannot stop someone from being a Bakweri or a Beti. That is their tribe. So you cannot be saying you want to give people dual nationality, people that is their birthright. But in Bakassi, there are Nigerians who are not going to change that. 80% of them, they are living there. It is their indigenous place. The treaty. I ask you, those of you watching this program, go and read the Green Tree Agreement, the treaty between Nigeria and Cameroon. They handed Bakassi. They handed it to Nigeria. It's a fact. They just fool you. Okay, you have taken it. Okay. Those 80% Nigerians who are in Bakassi, do they not vote as people from the Cameroons? They do. Do they not live there? Do they not have their right, indigenous right in that? They do. So how can you call them that? Yes, they are Nigerian by name, but that's their country. So Mr. Biya have allowed part of British Cameroon to go to Nigeria because that 80% population will always remain Nigerians. It can never be people from the Cameroon. So if you want to protect your territorial integrity, first go and take Bakassi first. Let's see. You can't take it. It's a fact. So a lot of people complain, yes, people kill people. An archbishop was killed, Senator Kamande was killed, Martinez, Zogo, Wazizi. A lot of people have been killed. I've been condemning it. That's how it ends. But the laws, the constitution of the Cameroons, Article 8 sub 3, said the president shall ensure the internal and external security of the republic. The president. So you cannot stand and be blaming people. Oh, this is Amber. This is... No. If you claim to be the president of that country, you have to ensure the security of the people. You blame a government for not fighting crime. You don't blame criminals. It's a fact all over the world. So for those of you who come sometime, you blame criminals. Instead of blaming the government, please read the law and understand politics. It is very important. Article 15 of the Constitution of La République du Cameroun. It said, each member of the National Assembly shall represent the entire nation. My dear brothers and sisters, members of parliament, they represent constituency. They don't represent the entire nation. In Britain, where we have a parliamentary form of government, if a member of parliament is elected or appointed a minister, you can represent the whole country as a minister. But as a member of parliament, you represent a constituency. And the aim of parliamentarian is because they are local parliamentarians. They go there to see what is happening in their constituency. Like in British Cameroon, we have the Anglophone problem. Then they will go to parliament and talk about it and look for solution. That is the job of a parliamentarian. You cannot represent the entire nation. I bet you most of us from the Cameroons, we have not been to a lot of other parts of the Cameroon. So how can you represent people that you don't know? Members of parliament are local people. That's why they call them parliamentarians in the Cameroon and National Assembly, member of parliament. You know, National Assembly was created in France after the French Revolution to draft a constitution. So that the National Assembly is not even parliament. It's just window dressing exercise, a grip on power that one person will control the country forever. So you cannot represent everybody. Mr. Biya talks about independence of the nation, the constitution, not him even. Territorial integrity. If you read something like the Minister of Finance, I give one example in the Cameroons, is responsible for the management of government finance and to formulate fiscal policies. That's the job of Minister of Finance. But the truth is, He doesn't formulate those policies. France does. France does through CEMAC. We don't have a Cameroon bank. We don't have bank that belongs to Cameroon. We don't have a central bank in Cameroon. That, whether it's UDIAC or CEMAC bank, is not Cameroon for the people of the Cameroons. That bank belongs to France, CEMAC, a couple of countries. So any independent country, you need your own central bank. England have got a central bank. They decide on their monetary policy. They manufacture their money. They decide on their interest rate, devaluation. But how can you guarantee independence of a country or territorial integrity of a country? That France is manufacturing the money. France will decide on devaluation, inflation, monetary policy. So the job of a minister of finance in Cameroon, in the Cameroons, is window dressing exercise. It's just there to chop people their money. The minister of finance haven't got any function. They don't operate. France do those things and command them. That's how it works. So when we of British Cameroon National Party, we talk, we are saying it's our country. We want our country to be independent. La République decided to remain with France. British Cameroon say no, we left Britain. So we should be independent, free to do our own things. France cannot be controlling us. It's a fact. All the colonies, that's the French colonies, except Guinea and British Cameroons, they signed to remain in the new French colonial structure, all of them. Except British Cameroon and Guinea. We never signed. La République signed. All French countries, don't mind they talk about, oh, France is removing the military. The fact is, France is still manufacturing their money, controlling their interest rate, monetary policy, running their country. If you don't come out from that thing, the most important independence is economic independence. It's not political independence. Scotland is in the United Kingdom. They have economic independence. They can raise their own tax. They can form economy. They can raise taxation. They can decide on health. Same with Northern Ireland, Britain, and other parts. But in the Cameroons, we cannot decide on those economic policy because France have to decide. So, ladies and gentlemen, my point is, what is difficult for Mr. Biya? Mr. Biya recognized the problem. We try to integrate them. Whether you call it integration, whether you call it assimilation, whether you call it annexation, I use all of them, is similar. It's the same thing to me. It's the same thing. I'll put all assimilation, annexation, integration. Why should you take apple? You want to integrate apple inside orange. Inside orange. Why can they not stand apple and orange? Why? That's the problem. Don't integrate. People have different culture. It's just like, let me use some tribes in the Cameroons. If I say, I want to integrate Bakwarians, so that all Bakwarians, they will be speaking only Manu. There is a problem. Bakwarians, they will revolt. No, why should you make us to speak Manu? Why can we not live side by side? That is the Anglophone problem. La République institution, political appetite, economic appetite. That's what the La République is doing in the Cameroons. The problem is that you are afraid that the people of British Cameroon might go their separate ways. So you want to force everybody who must speak French. My brothers and sisters, some of you who don't understand these things, I know in the Cameroons we don't like to debate on the same platform. I am telling you, especially those of you who are in the diaspora, you're supporting chop people their money. Yes, we condemn criminality, but it's the government that has to fight crime, not criminals. Criminals, that's their job, they are criminals. We have criminal justice system, we have court. If people commit crime, arrest them, take them to court, try them, and solve the problem. That's what government they do. That is the job of a government. We are still waiting for Martinez Zogo, who was murdered by the government. 2 years gone. Nothing. Mr. Biya have to guarantee the independence of the magistracy. Mr. Biya have to guarantee. And what is he doing? The executive is the footballer and the referee at the same time. So that's why it is going all this problem. My problem is simple, my brothers and sisters. You don't condemn criminals. You prosecute them. I can say, I'm annoyed, I'm not happy with this crime or this. We do that in Congress. But the government will look for measures to make sure our people are safe. The Constitution, Article 8, is it sub 3? The President of the Republic shall ensure the internal and external security of the country. So why is he not doing it? So those of you who are saying Mr. Biya should stand again for president, I'm saying he shouldn't stand because he cannot guarantee or carry out his constitutional function. I'm not talking about his age. They say he defined the policy of a nation. He once talked about rigor and moralization. Cameroon is the most corrupt country in the world. Cameroon is one of the most immoral countries in the world. There's no road, no modern day hospital, nothing. So I'm saying Mr. Biya cannot carry out his constitutional function. He's incompetent. I'm not making it up. You read the Constitution, it's open to everybody, and I read it. He cannot carry out that duty. Only British Cameroon National Party can carry out that duty. To respect equal status. For those of you who think Anglophone problem belong to certain people, no, you should distinguish this. There are some Anglophones or British Cameroonians since early 1950s. They have this culture that they think they must force everybody to follow. It's their culture, it's not English culture. I live in London. The English values are individual liberty. You don't step on somebody's foot. The rule of law, democracy, all those things, those are English values. What some of you are doing since the days of Pamuna, Pafoncha, it's your traditional value, it's not English value. English people, they don't behave like that. When you want to go and join Aijo, all man must be one. That's what some of you do. It's your culture. Please distinguish the English British value from your traditional culture. I will never call somebody who is a CPDM, somebody who is SDF, or who is my opponent. I will never call you blackleg. You are not an enabler. It is your choice. You're entitled to your opinion. When some people blackmail people, some Anglophones, since 1966, everybody must be one. They sideline people like Dr. Endeli. Now they are crying. I don't tolerate such attitude, and nobody can bully me. I've never belonged to any political party in the Cameroon. I was against the CNU. I was against the SDF. I've been against all of them because they have no policies. They don't have no manifesto. They believe in politics of personality, God. After they went and joined Aijo, everything, they destroyed the Anglophone. We fought again for multipartyism. What happened? We fought for multipartyism. What did they do? They came again, they hijacked it and put an ex-CPDM militant as chairman. They stay again. They destroy it again. They start insulting the ex-chairman of CPDM. SDF. After what did they do? They arrested him. Luckily, he was not from other region of the Cameroons with Cardinal Toumi. They would have killed them because they discriminate. Yes, when they arrest their own people, they don't kill their own people. But if it's other people, for some particular people, they will kill them. They do that. And they say it's English culture. You're fighting for your Anglophone culture. That's not fighting for Anglophone culture. When you go around killing people, you say you're fighting for Anglophone. Why should you kill a civilian? Even if somebody is... Fonangwafo was there, late Fonangwafo. He was number one, first vice president of CPDM, chop people their money. None of you did not do anything. You did not touch Fonangwafo because it's your fund. But Molambanda, a Bakure fund chief, was killed and 11 abducted. But once the fund of Banso came and said, Cameroon is one and indivisible, most of you did not touch him because he's your own person. So we know all this discrimination. And the reason I'm doing politics is to make sure that nobody will bully me. What they did to Dr. Endele will never happen again. If you want to fight, go and stand as an MP. Let the people give you a mandate. Then you represent your community. I fight for justice and equality. I'm not fighting for Anglophones. I'm fighting for justice and equality. If they are maltreating the people in Palestine, Palestinians, I will go to London, I will demonstrate. Any person on earth, planet earth, whether it's apartheid when it used to be, I will demonstrate. Justice, equality. Those who come and say, oh, I'm fighting for my tribe, I'm fighting for Anglophone. You're not fighting for Anglophones. I know Anglophone culture. We want liberty. Anglophone culture, you don't go around killing people. You kill people. I see most of you, I use this name, Maître Mola Singer. Few of you, you don't even know that I come from the royal family in Bali Nyonga. My grandmother was Galiga. The late fount of Bali was my great-grand-uncle. So I'm a prince. I'm from a royal family in Northwest region. How many of you know that? But I don't support things because it's my tribe. I don't do that. I fight for justice and equality. So I'm from the royal family in Bali Nyonga. Some of you, sometimes you talk, oh, tradition did, I look, I laugh. Because I am from the royal family. And so some of you can kneel down and say Mbe to me because I'm a royal from Bali Nyonga, Northwest region. Then I'm backward too. So, but I don't do politics because of tribe. I don't come and criticize or like this person because we are the same tribe. I don't do that. It is when I talk here, I talk about economic policy, health policy, taxation policy, which is fair for everybody. When I talk about the Anglophone problem, it's not because I'm an Anglophone. I always say, some of my best friends, my best friend, and even relative, are Francophones. So I'm not waging war against Francophones. I'm saying we want equality, justice, English institution in British Cameroon, French institution in La République du Cameroun. No problem with Francophone, no problem with any tribe. But if you make mistake, it doesn't matter. If you say small no be sick Cameroon our country, you join Aijo. Stop blaming Francophones. Take your responsibility. If most of you were dancing behind SDF, Frundi, you put Frundi there, Frundi make mistake, blame yourself, don't blame Frundi. If most of you, you sat there in 1984, when Fon Goditinka talk about Anglophone problem, none of you were not supporting them. All you do, you follow where there's chop. Small no be sick Cameroon our country, you join. Aijo CNU. You come again. We fought for multi-party. SDF power to the people. Kill Alaji Tita Fomukon in Bali Nyonga who had a political party. Big progressive modern furniture. Big banger for born Madam Senator Mundi's house. You keep on doing the same thing and you won't change. That's not an Anglophone culture. That is not British culture. That is not English culture. It is your traditional culture. English culture is about civilization. Example, I will never kill a person, no matter what, except the person wants to kill me, attack me, I can defend myself. But I will never see people chopping people's head. Sakwe in Guzang, because Mr. Sakwe comes from where? Somewhere in the southwest region there. They chop his head. What did he do? Was he a military? No. Mola Etambi was married to a Batibo woman. They assassinated him in Bamenda. So many people. And those things, some of you come and change your words now or what? Me, anybody who have killed somebody should face the consequence one day. If Mr. Biya pardons you, in future we will arrest you. Yes, listen, there is no statutory limit for criminal offense. It means well, if you commit an offense, whether it's 1 million years you're still alive, they can still charge you with that crime. Even if Mr. Biya come and pardon you, other somebody will come and ask you. So some of you in that your DDR, you think you will go free. You will not go free. If you go and kill people, I see sometimes people say, oh, you radicalize. What I'm doing, I'm scrutinizing the government holding them account. I'm not radicalizing any person. I'm telling you that our party wants to get to power. I don't go, how do I radicalize you? If I was radicalizing somebody in the UK, I would have been arrested in this country. They see what I'm doing. We have people who radicalize people, they arrest them in the UK. UK is not that type of a country that you come and run your mouth, they let you go. I'm gathering evidence for some people who have posted some rubbish about me. When I'm ready, I will hand it to the Metropolitan Police. You will see they will arrest them. I know what I say. I know what I do. I am a legal man, and I don't say things that are contrary to the laws of the United Kingdom. So, ladies and gentlemen, what people should learn to be responsible. It is very important. Darkness cannot replace darkness. You cannot say you want to replace Mr. Biya or remove Mr. Biya. Oh, because Mr. Biya killed somebody, I should kill. So tomorrow, if you are free, you have autonomy or you have that country, will you stop killing people? No, you will kill people. That is why British Cameroon National Party is the only political party that will free the people of British Cameroon, in the sense that, if I always ask this question, if they say, Mr. Biya said, this is British Cameroon, take it, what will happen? You people will start fighting each other. The way you do it is very simple. You do politics. You become a member of parliament. When they give you their fake decentralization, take it, you are not in power, so you have no choice. When they give you their fake, how do they call it, regional assembly, you still take it. When you have regional assembly and have most of the MP, that's the road to freedom. That's why Scottish National Party won independence, but they were not in power in the whole country. But when the Labour government under Tony Blair gave them a parliament, whether you call it regional assembly, they took it. They have majority. They are running their country. Why they want independence? They are running their country. If they say Scotland, get independence, take it today, they will not be fighting each other, because there is already a government that wants independence. So you make sure you put yourself in a position. If every time there's election, boycott, nobody, who wins the seat? CPDM. But if people who want equal status, they want their country back, if you win that seat, you're the one seated there. You can tell Yaoundé, I'm not going there. And you see, the stupidity with the Biya regime is that independence is a political ideology. One and indivisible is a political ideology. If you Google, there's a referendum party in South Africa, the Cape. They want independence in South Africa. Do you hear? Is anyone killing them? Are they calling them secessionists? No, it's a political opinion. In France, there are people who want to separate. Do they kill them? Do they say they are secessionists? No, it's a political opinion. Even French constitution says France is one and indivisible. But there are people who want independence in France. And they do so through a political party. There are people in Britain who want independence. There are people in Belgium, Flemish, they want independence. They do so through political party. There are people, Hawaii, California, they want independence in America. Do they kill them? Do they call them secessionists? No, it's a political opinion. And the Constitution of La République du Cameroun recognizes political opinion. The Constitution of La République du Cameroun recognizes self-determination. It is there in their constitution. Article 65, the preamble is part and parcel of the constitution. So why do you kill people because of their political opinion, Mr. Biya? Why? Why do you stop people from practicing their politics? People have a right to say one and indivisible. People have a right to say independence. You don't force me. We are not cave. We are not slave. Rio dos Cameros was not created by us. It was created by foreigner. And we have to shape the country, taking our two heritage, including our ethno-cultural democracy. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndive Lisinge. Have a good day. I will still come back to the chiefs. I heard what they did yesterday in Yaoundé. So I will talk, and if the chief, they don't have respect for themselves, they call them traditional chief. They should look for the definition of traditional chiefs. These are people who follow tradition, respect, and talk to their people. But they are not doing that. And if you're not doing what the definition of traditional chief call you, say you're a traditional chief, it means you're not a traditional chief. Just Google the definition of traditional chief. They will tell you. I'm talking to all those chiefs that some of you say you're supporting chop people the money. Mr. Biya was prime minister at 20-something years old. Aijo was president, 33 years old. Solomon Tande Muna was top position, all of them. Pa Chidi Achu, Young Philemon, they were just 20-something years old. I see people who call themselves traditional chief, they are almost 50 years of my age. They are there, all of them. You go there, you say, Mr. Biya should stand. Somebody for 92. I feel sorry for you because of greed and, my God, the day the people will turn against you, those chiefs, you will regret it. As all of you have, how do they call it? Palace annex. Palace annex. You're fun in a village, but you're living in Douala and Yaoundé. Shame on all of you. Shame. One day the people will turn against you, you will regret it. You saw what happened to Assad, the former president of Syria. The day Mr. Biya will not be there, you people will be finished. Because as a fun, I told you, the late fun of Bali was my great-grand-uncle there. So I know when I was in Biya, he came to our house. I was in primary school. So if some of you, you don't put your people first, you put a party, political party, chop people the money in front, it's a disgrace. The people will turn against you one day. It's not too late, and you will not be able to turn back the clock because you have to be neutral. We have our local problem there. My land in Biya there, somebody constructed on my land. Normally, I should go and see a chief and complain for the chief to solve it. Those are the things chief, they should be doing. That's their job. Being neutral, listening to the people. That is their job. But today they have diverted. Everybody is looking for political position. Everybody is looking to feed their pocket. It's no longer traditional chief. And if you are morally bankrupt, I will not respect you. I don't care who you are, whether you are my relative, father, mother, or who. If you're morally bankrupt, I don't support you. I will stand against you. I fight against corruption. Equality and justice, that's what we need. We no longer have people who can speak for us. That's why we have British Cameroon National Party. Have a great day. This has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maître Mola Alex Ndive Lisinge. Thank you.
Docteur, tout Joseph, professeur à Los Angeles. Comment pouvez-vous nommer un individu à un poste pendant 25 ans? 20 ans, directeur de tam. Vous partagez le pouvoir avec vos familles. Vous partagez le pouvoir avec vos amis. Vous partagez le pays avec vos familles. Vous partagez le pays avec vos familles. Et après qu'ils disent encore, vous appelez les papiers. Les attrapés.